Shuvam is on hiatus in India right now, so welcome my co-host Ishan.
Hi.
We wish we were in India too right now again. But here we are stateside wrapping up 2024 by talking about the 2024 Hindi language romantic comedy Khel Khel Mine, which means all in fun and games, written and directed by Mudassar Aziz. It's based on an Italian film from 2016 called Perfect Strangers. Ishan, what's it about?
So this group of friends at a wedding, they all come together for an overnight little party where they have snacks and everything, and they decide to play a game where everyone's phones are public. Every notification, every email, every call, everyone gets to listen to and hear and see what happens.
Yeah, it's three married couples and their friends, and they're sitting around, they're sharing a luxury hotel suite. The night before the wedding, they're bored. You can guess how everything's going to quickly go horribly wrong from there. But you can't. You couldn't guess. That's one thing I loved about the movie. Every time you thought you knew exactly where this was going, it went in a new and unexpected direction. And even then, when you saw where it was going, there would be another plot twist. So you were always guessing, and I love that about it. It was almost like The Hangover meets Glass Onion. You haven't seen The Hangover, but you've seen Glass
I've
Onion.
seen Glass Onion.
And we loved it.
Yeah.
It was a little bit like a murder mystery. It's a bunch of people trapped in a room. Everyone is suspicious of everyone else, and you're trying to figure out which one of them is the bad guy.
Yeah.
So that was really funny. Ishan, what did you think of their performances?
I thought the acting was pretty good. Some of it seemed a little bit hard to believe, but most of it, I think the acting was like pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a romantic comedy
Yeah.
about married couples for the most part. Everyone in it is rich and beautiful, so it kind of has a Sex in the City sort of glamorous vibe. But despite the pretty faces, the performances are great. I bought each and every one of them. They were really fun to watch. It's part of what made the movie so enjoyable. I also loved the traditional gender role flips that often happen in the movie. One of the characters is dealing with a sexual harassment situation at work, but it plays out in a very unexpected way. I also adored that even though this is a movie about married couples, it's LGBTQ friendly. It deals with a real world issue in a serious and positive way, and at the same time, ultimately, it's hilarious. This is a movie that you can watch with anyone 13 and up. Gather the family around. It is ultimately really heartwarming, laugh out loud funny, might bring a tear to your eye at a couple of moments, and you will be smiling when the end credits roll. What else did you think, Ishan?
क्या तेरी वो कुतिया सास भी है आसपास?
One subtle thing I noticed was that I don't know this for a fact, but looking at the names of the characters, I got the sense that some of them were maybe Muslim or Hindu or Sikh, and I thought that was pretty cool that they decided to do that.
That's an astute observation. Probably someone in India watching this would pick that up right away and probably went right over my head. I'm not surprised that it didn't go over his head. And given how polarized not only India, but the whole world is right now, it's part of what gave the film a positive, feel-good vibe, especially at this time of year. I mean, this is not a holiday movie. It came out in August, but it really felt like it for us because we watched it this month, and it suits the mood we're in right now.
Yeah, there was one kind of plot hole I noticed that I feel like could have been built upon and or patched or something, which was this scene at the beginning where the main character he finds this woman on the plane and he helps her get through the line fast, and you can tell he kind of maybe likes her a bit, but then it never really went anywhere. She didn't get exposed when they were doing all the secret thing with the phone, and it almost seemed like an idea they had originally, like the writers, but then they decided to not do it, but they left the scene in or something. I don't know.
Well, that kind of maybe feeds into my one beef. I have one criticism of this movie. I think it's kind of connected to that. The first act, the first part of the movie is very slow paced. It's a big cast. They need us to meet them all for the rest of the movie to make sense. But I feel like the screenwriter made the mistake of creating a long prologue, a sort of meet the cast section of the movie that's almost an entire act. And the thing you would rather see done is we meet the cast while we hit the ground running with the plot.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed Bollywood-ish, but then not.
Well, make no mistake, there are two Bollywood song and dance numbers in this. The men do a dance, the women do a dance. It's kind of separate for the most part because for most of them, they're already married. So the flirtation is over. And while I'm here, remember, not all Indian movies are Bollywood movies. This one is. So how many stars?
I'd say 3.75, maybe 4 at the max. Because I don't think anything can be a 5, because there's always something better. And this had some good, but it also definitely had some things I didn't like as much.
Well, I only had that one problem with it overall. The slow pacing of the first act, the meet the cast section that I don't think needed to be done that way. So I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5, 4.5 stars. Out of the movies we've reviewed this year, I only gave one 5 stars. That was LSD2. So this is a close second to me. Ishan, 3.75. So we're a little bit off. We disagree a little, but it's okay. We hope you'll check it out. We hope you enjoyed the review.
Yeah.
And happy holidays. Have a happy 25.
holidays.
We'll see you then.
किस किस को खेलना है ये मनूस गेम बोलो